A man who doesn't chase drama, approval, or validation. He stands, she notices. 5. She's fragile in a world of constant comparison. There was no Instagram in Rome, no filters, no likes. But there was status, beauty, comparison. Marcus noticed this even then. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking. Many women today live under constant comparison. Social media, celebrities, even past versions of themselves. Even the most confident woman sometimes feels she's not enough. Her weakness? Believing she's losing value over time. A Stoic man doesn't feed that illusion. He reminds her gently through presence that depth matters more than youth. That love isn't a mirror of perfection but a reflection of what's real. She needs to hear that more than you know. 6. She's pulled toward men who control themselves. Not control her. That's manipulation. But men who control themselves? Irresistible. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" A woman may feel emotions deeply, highs and lows, fears and fantasies. But what grounds her? A man who does not fall into every storm she creates. A man who can feel anger and not act on it. Who can feel lust and not betray. Who can feel fear and still lead. Her weakness? Emotional chaos. Her attraction? Emotional mastery. 7. She feels lost when you lack vision. Imagine a man without direction. No mission. No passion, no aim. That man becomes a weight, not a wing, for any woman who joins him. Women don't need you to be rich, or famous, or perfect. They need you to know where you're going. Marcus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Your clarity gives her peace. Your lack of vision gives her anxiety. Her hidden weakness? Drifting with a drifting man. Be the compass. She'll follow, not from submission, but from trust. 8. She's swayed by emotional influence, not logic. You can explain, rationalize, debate. But if she feels something deeply, logic often loses. Many men get frustrated by this. But the Stoic man? He understands. Marcus reminds, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So instead of arguing feelings, shift the energy. If she's upset, don't just ask why. Sit with her. Ground her. Hold space. Don't feed her fears. Don't fight them either. Be like the earth, absorbing storms yet unmoved. Her weakness? Overthinking. Your power? Anchoring her to the present. 9. She's weaker around men who don't respect themselves. A woman may test boundaries, but if you don't hold the line, she won't admire you, even if she stays. Marcus taught, let not your mind run on what you lack as much as on what you have already. A man who respects himself doesn't allow disrespect from anyone. He doesn't beg. He doesn't chase. He loves fully, but never at the cost of dignity. Her hidden weakness? Pushing to see what you'll tolerate. Your response? Calm firmness. So don't argue your loyalty. Don't try to convince. Show up, be present, be consistent. Her weakness isn't insecurity. It's her deep need to feel seen, held, and emotionally safe, not with flowers, but with your presence. 2. She's weaker. When you're emotionally unstable, there's an old parable from Stoic circles. A ship is only as safe as its captain is calm. If you panic in storms, the crew loses faith. It's the same in relationships. When a man becomes reactive, overly emotional, or needy, it weakens her. Why? Because deep down, every woman wants a rock to lean on, especially when her own emotions swirl. You ever wonder why some women test their men? Push buttons? Stir drama? Sometimes it's subconscious. It's not about making you suffer. It's about checking. Is this man as strong as he claims? Marcus reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. So her weakness is this. When you fall into chaos, she loses trust not just in you, but in the relationship. She wants peace but needs you to lead it. 3. She's vulnerable to the unknown. One of Marcus's greatest meditations was, if you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment of it. Now imagine you're dating a woman who goes quiet for hours. You think she's just moody, but in her mind, she's imagining scenarios, your distance, your silence, your tone, turning them into storms. Many women are vulnerable to uncertainty. They fill in the blanks with emotion, not logic. A strong man doesn't feed that fear with distance or cold silence. He addresses it not with anxiety but with clarity. You don't have to explain every detail. You just have to be predictable, steady, communicative, not in words, but in energy. Her hidden weakness? The gaps between your words? Stoicism teaches us to close those gaps with calm truth, not confusion. 4. She's powerless against authentic masculinity, not arrogance, not flexing, not fake alpha energy, true masculinity, the kind Marcus Aurelius modeled, dignified, calm, and grounded in purpose. You see, many women today are surrounded by men who try too hard, or who give up entirely. But a man who knows himself? That's rare, and women feel it instantly. Her weakness? She melts in the presence of a man who doesn't need her, but chooses her. Not from desperation, from wholeness. A man who lives by Marcus's words. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy,